Good morning, all of you. I am presenting a very new study named Phase 1-2A study of intravitreal optogenetics gene therapy for vision restoration in advanced retinitis pigmentosa. This is gene therapy which is being applied up to my knowledge for the first time in the world. I have no financial disclosures. We need to know what is optogenetics. Optogenetics is a process of encoding a protein that allows neurons to become photoexcitable. There are other studies which incorporate monochromatic opsins, and it produces suboptimal neuronal stimulation and also requires a goggles to stimulate the neuronal cells. And advantages of this technique is that it is activated in ambient light, generates significant photocorrect, and needs no goggles. This is achieved by introducing a adenovirus carried multi-characteristic opsin, which is introduced into the eye intravitreally, just like any other intravitreal injection. And the target cell is bipolar cell, and the bipolar cell gets converted into a photoexcitable cell. The timelines of the study: we inject the patient on 0 day. After screening more than 100 patients, we chose only 11 patients for the study, which satisfied the criteria of either no light perception or just light perception in the study eye, and no better than counting finger in the fellow eye. And they are grouped into three. The first group received the lowest dose, that is 1.75 in 10^11 vector genome per eye. And after studying the safety, we went ahead with a higher dose of 3.5 into 11 vector genomes, and they showed good safety and efficacy profile, which enables us to go for the same dose in another 5 patients. There are 6 males and 5 females in our study, and this shows the safety profile, where only 5 patients out of 11 has just a rise in intraocular pressure, which are well controlled with topical medication, and only 3 patients needed topical steroid following injection and well controlled with system topical prednisolone drops. And no subjects require oral steroid beyond 1 week, and nobody needed a glaucoma surgery. And this is the most exciting thing, which shows a water plot graph showing the visual improvement, and 6 out of 8 patients in higher group shows more than 30 letter improvement, that is around 75% of the patient, and 7 out of 8, around 87 of the patients shows more than 15 letters. And to our surprise, 1 patient in the lower dose group also showed improvement. And this is the video which shows practically how things improve. This is a patient which is trying to navigate towards the LED light, which are placed in front 10 feet away at 5 feet height. And you can see he is just moving, showing tentative movements and not able to reach light in spite of her best track. This is subject number 6 of our study group, and finally tries to locate the light with much difficulty. In contrast, after 8 weeks of injection, I am going to show the same patient, which is light is now placed in the left side of the panel, and you can see the way she is moving and finds the light. This is how the effects are. And to summarize, I would like to say there is no serious adverse events, and IOP rise and ocular inflammation are the mild reactions we faced, which are well controlled with topical medications. And we have done a immune study and showed that no increase in neutralizing antibodies to the VMCO was seen in serum, suggesting that there is no systemic immune response. And the visual gain is well established with parameters like decrease in light stimulation threshold, less error and less time in visually guiding mobility tests, increase in visual field, and increased National Eye Institute visual function questionnaire scores for the overall patients. With this encouraging results, Nanoscope Therapeutics is going to commence a study in US with multiple centers. They have already got FDA approval for that, and also planning for the higher phase of studies, phase 2 and 3 in India too. So this is a very encouraging and technique. Thank you, my co-authors, for this novel study.
Thank you, Santosh, for this innovative study. Really, it's wonderful. And if things go well, it will definitely help a lot to the RP patients in future.
Is there any contraindication to this therapy?
If there is a immunogenicity, we test it, then we exclude the patient. If there is any reaction which is already after participating in any intravitreal injection, then we exclude it. Otherwise, there is no contraindication. Pregnancy and lactating mothers are excluded.
How do you get this intravitreal injection from where? Is available? The company.
It is not commercially available now. It is being supplied by our sponsor, Nanoscope Therapeutics, which are a Texas-based company. And this drug is already achieved the orphan drug status by FDA.
Have you tried in any other patient of optic atrophy or something, or only RP?
No optic. We can also target retinal degenerations, where there are some cells available for this opsins to act upon, like bipolar cells or ganglion cells. But directly we cannot target optic atrophy. We are basically aiming at retinal degenerations right now.
Retinal degeneration causing optic atrophy.
Do you have regular follow-up of these patients also?
Yes, sir. Now 52-week study is already complete, and we are going to submit the whole study to our ethical committee and also trying to publish it.
Wonderful.